Welcome to our video where we're wondering if Kimball's fully nude behind the sofa. Since moving to Bangkok, Thailand over 4 months ago, we've had the opportunity to visit so many amazing places around the city. So today we're bringing you our top 30 favorite spots, from cafes to malls, historic sites to parks. It's a comprehensive list of everything that really resonated with us. So whether you're visiting Bangkok for the first time, or maybe you live here already and you're just looking for some fun things to do, we hope you get something out of it. That's what she said.
We're Rocky and Kimball, gay couple and husbands of 27 years. After decades of grinding and rising to the top of my field, we're leaving it all behind, choosing simplicity, meaning, and a fresh start here in Bangkok, Thailand. Join us for the adventure as we learn a new culture, build a life from the ground up, and rediscover our happiness in the land of smiles.
So let's get up and go, it's just you and me,
You can't lean forward, here we go.
I know, because if I lean forward, you get out focused, and then I get like this wrinkle fat thing. Who wanted to wear this sweater? Did it in one take, you're welcome.
You guys, we are already sweating after that intro. Like, I don't know what's happened. We have the AC on, it's still not working. Anyway, we've written a ton of notes, and we have so much stuff to go over, so we need to just rush through it, Kimball. So anyway, welcome to the channel. If you guys are new here, we already did the intro, never mind.
Yeah, what, come, move on.
So you guys, we have a lot of information to get through in this video, and so in order to break things up, and because cats are one of our favorite things, I figured what we could do is break up each section with like an intense look from a cat on the street, because I have so much footage of cats.
Well, it doesn't matter. Sure, you're doing
right.
it, so it's happening.
We're gonna use it like as a palate cleanser, basically.
Okay, a little pussy cleanser, great. That's what everyone needs.
So when we came up with this list, Kimball and I were thinking about places that we really enjoy. We were trying to think of places that aren't super touristy or that we haven't seen so much in other videos, but of course a few of them will be, just because.
Yeah, you know what, they could all be super touristy, we just don't know it.
So we're trying to give you guys some ideas of things that you can do. If you have limited time in Bangkok, you can take some of the inspiration from this and hopefully make a fun itinerary or just add it to the list of things you're already doing. So.
And I would say, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it.
No, finish it.
That's all I had.
Yeah, okay. I was just gonna say, I think most of these are like pretty central, so it's not like you're gonna have to go out of your way to explore any of these places.
And again, they're just things that really resonated with us, so they may not resonate with you guys, but we have like 33 or 34 things actually.
If you don't like delicious coffee, beautiful surroundings, and great food, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. We're gonna break this up into the first category, which is cafes.
Surprise, surprise.
Now we have this in a few different categories. We're gonna start off with what we call pretty but pricey.
Yes, these are the kind of places you'd want to go to on occasion. Although if you're on holiday, you can go there every single day, but people like us who are on a budget, maybe once a month.
So the first one we're going to talk about is the Floral Café at Napasorn.
That place is gorgeous.
Kimball actually surprised me with this place the other day, and I had no idea it existed really, but yeah, he took me there. How would you describe that place?
Gorgeous. It's above a flower shop, so like hint, hint.
It's fun because when you walk in from the street, there's just a bunch of women in there making all these beautiful floral displays, and you're like, am I in the right place?
Right,
and then
and
they start pointing up the stairs.
Yeah, it's just like a small little room with some flowers. They're making bouquets, and they're just like, cafe.
But it's gorgeous. Like their layout is so beautiful, and they have so many pretty things in that entryway. So when you go up into the main coffee shop area, I remember seeing a bunch of cat pictures, and I thought it was like paintings of a cat with a specific name, but it was actually the name of the painter. I think it was the owner's cat.
Yeah.
Because the owner is the one that does all the paintings in the shop, I'm pretty sure.
Did that one pass away?
Probably.
I think so. This is sad. Oh, bringing it down. Bringing it down.
But yeah, so you go in, the coffee was absolutely delicious. It was, again, a bit more pricey than what we would pay somewhere else, but you're paying for the experience because the place was decorated immaculately.
It's one of those like Instagrammable places, which is always gonna cost a little more because, you know, they gotta do the decor, they gotta keep it up, they gotta make it look nice, neat, and beautiful.
Yeah, like in the main seating area, you had to like dodge through all the weeds coming out of the ceiling, remember?
Well, when you say it like that, I don't think anybody's gonna wanna go.
No, it totally does.
There's weeds coming out of the ceiling.
I'm serious. If you're taller than Tom Cruise, you're gonna be dodging all of the things.
It makes it cozy and inviting, and it's very beautiful. And I think a theme that kind of runs with a lot of these is that we like a darker, moodier experience, I would think, and maybe cottagier.
But the thing is, we ate our entire meal. We had really delicious cakes, really delicious coffee. It was just all divine. And then we realized there was a whole upper area and no one was sitting there. So we could have avoided all the crowd just by going up to, and it was so cute up there. Wasn't it? Wasn't it cute?
Probably.
Do you remember the top level? Kimball, is that true?
Not when you use it like that.
Remember, it had all the antiques. It had all like
It was
yeah,
gorgeous.
okay.
Everything was gorgeous. There's a horse head somewhere up there.
I don't know. This isn't The Godfather.
Also, whenever we go to like the pricier places, we do tend to just get like a little treat and a coffee.
We try to get the same thing. By the way, the coffee we always get is like iced lattes because we want like to see if the experience is different for each one.
You got to find out where the best latte is for us. I know my favorite latte in town.
We'll get there.
I
couldn't find the footage, but we'll get there. We also default to like carrot cake or like some kind of cake or something just to see what it's like. Anyway.
It really depends what they have because if they got something delicious, I'm going to go for it.
Kimball, we have so many that we can't.
Well, look, you've got all the footage for that one. Moving on.
Okay, I remember there was a really cute cat outside eating styrofoam afterwards. That's all I'm going to say. The next one is Ryoku Café. Now, we came here when we visited Bangkok for the very first time in November, and we found it in, I think it's in the Ekkamai neighborhood, tucked really far back into a side soy.
Basically, it's just at the end of like the little dead-end street.
And it's like hidden in the trees. It's a beautiful building. It's like a nice, serene, peaceful escape from the chaos of Sukhumvit Boulevard.
Right. So I think it was decorated for Christmas when we went, but it's gorgeous. They have huge windows because it's a very park-like setting. It's so lovely.
And they specialize in soufflé pancakes, I think is what they're called. They're like super fluffy.
Like the Japanese pancakes.
Yeah, they're so delicious. And I think we got like a sampler plate.
Yeah, we couldn't decide on one or two, so we got the sampler, which was, I think it was 5 different ones. Oh my God, it was so good.
It was perfect though, because it had all the different flavors you could try. It was really delicious. So we highly recommend that place as well. And the people that worked there were super cute, including the men.
Again, though, pricey.
Pricey. Another pretty but pricey place was Rawr Café. And now this isn't a place I'd say we would go back to all the time.
I would pronounce it Rawr.
Rawr. Oh, wait, go ahead. The reason I put this place on is because it's super unique. It's in the Prakanong neighborhood, and it feels like it's buried in trees. And there's also a bunch of metal stairs and structures going around.
It definitely feels like it has treehouse vibes. And they kind of just specialize with chocolate, right?
I think so, something. But I remember their coffee was really delicious, so it was definitely worth a little bit extra. And the experience was very serene and pretty, so we really liked that one as well.
Squeaky squeaker squeak.
Again, all these places are super photogenic.
Yeah. One of Kimball's favorites of our pretty but pricey places is called Mocha Muffins, and this is located in the Anatara Hotel, I think is how you pronounce it. And when you walk in the main hotel, it's absolutely stunning. Like you go in, there's a giant staircase in front of you with a huge mural across the back wall. And then the whole stateroom or like the main room looks so beautiful.
It's called a lobby.
The lobby looks so beautiful. And also the people greeting you there, like there's women on both sides of the doors dressed in these gorgeous traditional outfits, like welcoming you in. There's like nice bellhops at the front. There's beautiful statues. But then you go into, I think it's called the Pritchard Courtyard.
Well, if you walk in and you go right to the base of the stairwell, you'll take a left and walk straight out that door into the Pritchard Courtyard.
And they have a beautiful koi garden with all this mist coming out.
I'm going to say it's a koi pond.
A koi pond. They have a bunch of restaurants in there, but tucked away off to the side is a place called Mocha Muffins.
Yeah. So once you get to that courtyard, take a left and just go to the back, and it's like, oh, so delicious.
And it's not like super pricey, but the experience you get for being in that nice of a hotel and that nice of a place is really good value for money, in my opinion. And our food has always been good there. We've been there twice now.
Coffees, desserts, and food have all been fabulous there.
And it's just decorated really nicely. Like they have all these really cool culinary things placed along the back wall. So if you have OCD and you like seeing things nice and orderly, it's very satisfying.
Lined up just for your pleasure.
And the coworkers that work there are always so kind to us, and they come over and like ask us about ourselves. They answer questions we have about them. They're just really friendly. If you're a chatty person, you like to get to know people, highly recommend that place. The next place was another surprise place that Kimball took us to, and I don't remember the exact neighborhood it's in, but it's called Blue Fable House. I feel like we were walking into a hobbit hole or something.
It's really strange.
Like Hobbiton.
So I thought the place looked really cute, but I also wanted to take the Gold Line out there because we haven't experienced that ride
before. It's a monorail.
It was fun. So anyway, we get there, no idea where this is. It's kind of out by the Seacon shopping center. And walked into this neighborhood. I'm like, where the hell are we? This is a little like, what's going on? And then you enter through these gates and it's like this gorgeous little oasis. Once again, in like the city.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous round door. The construction inside is very like cottagecore, I would say. So there's a lot of wood and a lot of like old antique looking things, but it's a beautiful shop. The people were really friendly in there. And again, we had really delicious coffee and cakes, but then you can eat outside too. So there's a little garden area with pebbles around.
There are ducks.
There were ducks in a little kiddie pool.
We don't know why, but we're happy about it.
I have no idea, but I was vibing with them for sure.
Also, it says not to film or take pictures inside, but if you ask, then I mean, they told us that we could. So, as long as you're respectful.
In Bangkok, sometimes you'll see signs that say like no cameras, but if you ask the people working there, there, usually they're like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, totally fine.
So whatever. Okay, the next one, which I don't know if I have any footage of, sorry Kim, is Farm To Table Hideout in Old Town.
Which happens to be my favorite place to get a latte.
Yeah, they have really good coffee. And there's also a smaller one right off in the, because the one we went to is the restaurant, which is kind of tucked back in. I hope I can find some footage somewhere. But
so there's Farm To Table, I think it's just called Farm To Table Café, which is on the street, and it's just a coffee shop, and I think it's just a walk-up shop. I don't know if you can actually go inside.
So we're pretty sure they serve the same coffee there.
The other place is called Farm To Table Hideout, which is like a little restaurant, which is like a little bit further down, and it's fantastic.
And it is a hideout. Like literally we had to duck through the trees, like down to get into the place. And then they had, it was just, again, a really cool place with a lot of like metal, wood, old like cottage core looking things. They had these really cool picture frames made of porcelain.
In the hallway, yeah. We need to go back there. I think they had ice cream. I'm pretty sure they had ice cream in that in China. Yeah, ice cream. I need to go back for some ice cream.
I love going to fancy places like that when the bathroom's like outside around the corner and just like outdoors.
I mean, I do unless there's a bug.
There's always a bug.
Well, don't look for it and you're fine.
We need to keep moving. Go to cafes. So these are just a couple cafes that we've found ourselves like frequenting while we're here.
Yeah, some of them were while we lived at the Wynn, like trying to buy this place.
The Wynn?
Well, they don't really pronounce Vin. The Vin condominiums.
So we stayed in Prakanong when we were searching for our condos. And so in that neighborhood, there was a couple places that we ended up going to a lot while we were there. The first place is called 1 to 2 Coffee. And this was actually at a recommendation of our friend Ek.
Thanks, Ek.
Because he was like, quit buying all that expensive coffee. So he's like, go to 1 to 2.
Right, and it's nice because 1 to 2 is everywhere, basically, so.
And their coffee is really delicious as well. And so they're
consistent.
Yeah, very consistent. They have oat milk, they have decaf. I think they have like everything you would possibly need. So
I don't know if they have decaf.
Well, whatever. They have delicious coffee.
True.
They have locations all over the city, so you can get them like in malls. They have some like freestanding stores.
They get it. It's everywhere.
Okay, perfect. The next one is Milk and Honey, and this probably isn't like super well known. This is in the Prakanong neighborhood as well, across from the post office.
I would say this is like, it's not pricey, but they do have more expensive meals. But we did eat there quite often when we first got here, and I mean, a lot of the food was really affordable. So it just kind of depends on what you get.
And if you happen to be Christian, I'm pretty sure it's at the bottom of like a big Life Church thing. But the people that work there are so friendly and accommodating and just like really worthy of business. And they have really delicious coffees, and their meals are really good too. I always end up getting like it's called the Milk and Honey Breakfast, which comes with like a little slice of waffle if you just want like a little sweet. Comes with bacon, eggs, potatoes, and their crispy fried potatoes are absolutely divine.
So good. I usually get like the granola bowl, or I mean, I almost always get the banana bread. I can't help myself.
Which is called kekloi, not kekwe.
I hope you said
Don't say kekwe.
I hope you said it right. I said it wrong. I could tell from the expression on her face, and I was a little embarrassed.
Yeah, because one is banana cake and one is dick cake. So you don't want to get it wrong. Anyway, I can tell a lot of digital what?
You had a flake on your nose.
But you can tell a lot of digital nomads go there because they're always out there with their computers working, and you tend to see people there for long periods of time. There's even a guy that brings his cat on a leash.
Oh my God, and the most beautiful cat.
Yeah, it looks like a little tiger cat. Anyway, there was also a woman that works there that thought I was Jesus. It was pretty funny. Anyway.
Love her, and I love that they remember us, and every time we go back in, they're very excited to see us.
Yeah, for sure. The next place we're going to talk about is actually in Prakanong. So if you get off BTS at Prakanong and go down the stairs, you're going to find M Cafe. Now, this isn't like groundbreaking, amazing stuff, but it is super affordable.
Right.
The people are super friendly, and it's just like a little diner slash cafe.
Yeah, it reminds me of like an American diner, but like with better prices.
And the food's really delicious.
Right, and it's cozier and cleaner, nicer.
And it's a nice view of Sukhumvit Boulevard. It's all air conditioned, and there's a lot of places to sit down, including like right up against the windows. They have a nice little place they built out there. So anyway, really cool place, and we definitely recommend it.
I'm pretty sure I got fish and chips there, and it was delicious. I usually get the club sandwich and a latte.
Okay, then the other category for coffees we're going to talk about, we're going to do a whole video on coffees, guys. Like, there's hundreds of cafes.
That we know of.
That we visited, anyway. We're going to talk about street coffees. So throughout the entire city of Bangkok, there's street coffee everywhere. And this is generally going to be the most affordable coffee you can get. You can get it for like 30 to 40 baht, which is like around $1 for a latte. Sometimes they make them from powders. Sometimes you'll see they have espresso machines. We tend to look for people that have actual espresso just because that tastes a lot better than the powdered stuff.
Yeah.
There's one in our neighborhood called Good Cha that's run by a really amazing woman named June. And she's amazing. She's actually been teaching us a lot of Thai since we moved here as well, or trying to. She has delicious Thai teas for like 25 baht, which is less than $1. She has lattes for 35 baht. So if you're ever in like the Udom Suk area or like near Sukhumvit 101-1, that's the place to go. She's really cool. And then actually not too far from her, there's a place called Yokkey Coffee that's run by this really lovely older woman, and she also has really delicious coffees.
I feel like the guy always helps us.
Yeah, there's like a younger guy and like an older woman there. I don't know like the relationship.
They are super sweet. They showed us how to get a coffee card there. So
yeah, they have a coffee card in a binder. So you have to like put your coffee card in the binder and then go through and find yours every time, and then you stamp your own thing every time. It's super cute.
Right, and since we always get 2 drinks every time we go in, she's like, "You've been here 3 times, 6 stamps." I was like, I love you.
So anyway, those are all the coffee places that we wanted to mention off the bat. So
right. And
coffee's done.
There's so many more.
Oh my!
Like we can talk about beans, Fat Boy, Huhan.
We're gonna do a whole separate video on cafes because they really deserve the attention of people coming to visit Bangkok, because they take it really seriously.
Yeah.
So we just came to this amazing coffee shop. And you're the owner?
Hello? Yeah.
It's just such a cute shop. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
The shop opened for 5 years, but I live here for 20 years.
Oh my gosh, wow, that's amazing. It's such a fun place. It's so peaceful.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us. It was delicious.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Oh my gosh.
Such a good job.
Even the new coffee shop that opened up right next to Cafe.
Cutest guy ever. It's like
Adorable.
he just opened up his own coffee shop. We need to go. We need to go. It's already been 16 minutes. We've only talked about coffee.
Oh my, well, that's all we really need to talk about.
Oh! Okay, next section is malls. You guys, we did narrow it down. It felt really pointless because all the malls here are amazing. But I wanted to call it just 3 because we don't have a lot of time, right?
The ones that we frequent the most.
So the first one is called EmSphere. It's off of the Prompong exit of the BTS. It is not the mall that has like everything you possibly need, but it is absolutely beautiful inside the way they've decorated it. So if you like interior design, colors, textures, just cool vibes, that's the place to go for sure.
Right, they have a fantastic food court. They have a gourmet market if you need to do a little shopping. And also they have an IKEA, which is always nice to have.
So if Kimball and I ever get restless and we want to go for a walk and we don't have a destination, we tend to make our way to EmSphere because they have a lot of like cool shops to go to. So we'll get into a few of the shops later under our shops list. But yeah, it's just really colorful. They always have something new happening at all the malls here. But EmSphere is definitely one of those that keeps changing things up all the time. Like today we went in, there was a 17 event happening. So if you're in the 17, they had like a whole station set up with all the fan stuff.
And they're doing the Under the Castle theme for Halloween right now. I think that's what it's called.
They deck out for Christmas, so they're just really cool place. They have a lot of delicious places to eat there at the restaurants.
And a lot of times they'll have a street food kind of fair happening, so they'll set up stalls so you can just get random food.
And we always end up making our way to 52 Toys there. So if you're familiar with Pop Mart, it's like another version of that, but we always get these little toys there. Anyway, the next mall we wanted to talk about is CentralWorld. Now, for malls that have everything you possibly need, I feel like I can't think of a mall better than CentralWorld that we've been to anyway, because CentralWorld is massive. It's in the heart of the town, so if you go off at the Siam or the Chilam exit, you can walk to CentralWorld. They have a ton of shops. So many levels. If you just want one mall to go to, I feel like that's it. And also, it's surrounded by a bunch of other malls.
I was gonna say, if you want that luxury experience, Icon Siam might be like more your vibe, but it is a little more difficult to get to, at least for us. CentralWorld, super easy to get to.
So again, this is just like the ones that like stuck out in our mind of like, if we had one place to go to, where would we go for a mall? Probably CentralWorld. It's overwhelming, the malls, because if we needed to find something, we could find it there for sure.
Yeah.
The next one I wanted to talk about is a new mall that's called Dusit Central Park, and this is actually right off the MRT line. I think it's at the Lumpini stop.
Yeah.
So if you take the Bangkok subway system called the MRT and you get off at the Lumpini exit, I think it's Lumpini.
Right, or the Saladang exit for the BTS.
It basically gets off right at this mall. And the mall itself, in my opinion, is cool. But what's incredible about this mall, first of all, they have this escalator set up and everyone's taking selfies there. So this is like the Instagrammable thing, apparently.
Yeah, there are 2 things I really like about this mall, and then it's like whatever.
Yeah, so they do have a Pop Mart store there, which was cool. And they have a pop-up Pop Mart in the center.
It's like the Monster Pop Mart. Yeah, I mean, it's super cute.
So this mall is right off of Lumpini Park. And at the very top of it, there is a gorgeous sky garden that overlooks the entire city. So you have beautiful views. It's multiple tiers. And the designers of this park have done such an amazing job to make it a really cool experience. It really feels like you're in nature. There's water, there's fish, there's all sorts of plants.
There's kind of like some water features, some waterfalls, a little water fountain.
And endless photo ops, I would say. There's even like a whole wall of water that I saw people taking pictures on. It's just, you can tell a lot of people go there just because it's such a vibe. So even if you don't like malls, I highly recommend going there. It's a really cool experience, and they've done a really fantastic job with it. So, and again, that's not, I'm sure you guys have seen that on other videos by now, but.
Oh God, for sure.
Next thing we need to talk about is shops. You guys, Bangkok has so many shops. It cannot even be fathomed how many shops there are. So the first one I think we should talk about is the Pop Mart flagship store.
It's my favorite.
Even if you're not a fan of Pop Mart, okay, Pop Mart are basically like surprise toy. You have to pick a box. You don't know what's in the box.
It's fine. But I mean, you could buy all 12 and not really be surprised because you get everything. But where's the fun in that? We like to get cute little blind boxes, and you never know what you're going to get. But if you get a duplicate, then you're pissed.
Right. So the thing is, though, this store is a marvel of engineering. The people who designed this store and the amount of paint they use, I just can't even fathom. The entire time I was there, I don't even think I remember a single toy in this place because the architecture in this place, there wasn't a single flat surface. Everything is curved, painted, whimsical. It feels like you're stepping into like Willy Wonka or something. I don't even know.
It's like, how much painter's tape did they use?
Even the vents were like painted. I'm like, I just really pictured like hundreds of people in their like bedrooms painting all the little vents because they had to get it done by Tuesday.
And this is the reason we go to Icon Siam.
So yeah, and it's just a really stunning store. You can tell they really invested a lot. So, and they wanted you guys to have an experience, which they absolutely delivered on. So,
but
really
also
cool.
There are quite a few Pop Marts spread throughout Bangkok, so you don't have to go to Icon Siam. But that is like the big, huge, fancy one. But they also have
going to one, go to Icon Siam because that's the one to go to.
Right, and if you can't make it there, you can go to the Siam Square one. That one's really nice too. It's like multiple levels.
Nothing compares to the flagship store.
Nothing compares.
Okay, what's next? Your turn.
Oh my God, you guys! Up next we have Daddy and the Muscle Academy.
We're kind of grouping Daddy and the Muscle Academy and Frank Garcon as one thing.
Yeah, they seem to be like always walking hand in hand.
It's like they're always making out.
Yeah, I'm here for that. They're really cute though. They're full of like, I mean, all the little knickknacks and souvenirs you could ever want and dream of, but they also have like really cute fashion. Mostly feminine fashion, I would think. I don't really see a lot of masculine
If you're a
stuff,
straight man, you probably won't like it. But if you're a woman or a gay man, I think you will.
If you're an open straight man, if
maybe
you're comfortable with cute things.
It's very cute, and they have a lot. They just have a lot of cool stuff there. So it's again, it's just a really fun place. It's very like warm and inviting and whimsical, and just like it feels like youthful energy. Which I guess we all need some more of in this world.
Maybe that's why everyone stares at us weirdly when we walk in there.
We're like the creepy old white guys.
Hey, what do you guys got?
Well, no, we're gay.
Okay.
The next place we were going to talk about is...
I don't know how to pronounce... You know, we should have like broken this up. We should have stopped and had like, this clump is cafes, stop, record. This clump is shops.
It's fine.
I'm not editing, so I guess I don't care.
There's a mall called Terminal 21, also one of our favorites. We didn't put it on, but it's basically the whole theme of an airport arriving at different destinations.
We've talked about it before.
Crazy. So that's also a really cool mall. But one of the places that we ended up going to a lot for shirts, I think it's called Ouky. It's a very hole-in-the-wall shop. He just has like 2 walls with some clothing, but he had really affordable, really thin fabric shirts.
Not this one.
Not this one. They have really affordable shirts. So if you get to Bangkok and you're like, all my shirts are too hot, that's a cool place to go.
Also, it was adorable because the first time we went there, his mom showed up and brought him lunch. And he's like, this is my mom. And we're like, oh my God, sweaty car, man.
Okay, the next shop we're going to talk about is called Papaya. This is honestly, I feel like a half-day adventure. It's not in the center of Bangkok anymore. I think it used to be like near Central.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of way out. You have to take a grab cab or something. But basically, Papaya is a giant
like
antique,
secondhand,
salvaged hardware, just like every era since... I don't even know when. He has like stuff from every era, and the owner there has been collecting stuff forever. It was always his dream, and we actually did get to interview him, and we did a whole separate video, which I haven't edited, from like December.
Yeah, I mean, he's got dirty magazines and dirty dildos to like crystal chandeliers and like beautiful marble statues.
But he had so many cool things, like so many amazing lights and sculptures and paintings and just like old dentist chairs and just like, it was such a cool vibe. And there's also a couple other places right off of his main store that also have a ton of cool stuff too. So if you like antiques and cool things, that's the place to go.
He's also renovating the upper level for his friend to bring some stuff in. And also...
It's probably done by now.
Oh, I'm sure. And then what was the water feature? Was it a hippo and an alligator or something out front?
I don't even know.
Can't remember.
It was something crazy.
It's been years. Okay, months, whatever.
Anyway, that was a really cool thing. There's so many things that we're talking about on this list that I have separate vlogs filmed. It's just we haven't edited them because priorities. The next place is called Oyster and Things. Kimball absolutely loves it, except for the fact that there's no AC.
See, on the day we went, it was like, let's go on this like 20-minute walk in like 95-degree weather. And I was like, that's fine. When we get there, I'm gonna have some air conditioning. No, I got inside and it just felt really humid and even hotter. And I was like, Rocky, I'm gonna die. So I'm gonna go outside, but we just ended up leaving.
But the stuff there is really cool. It's just like fun, quirky, again, very youthful vibes in my opinion. It's very like bohemian,
right,
it feels like.
I feel like they have quite a few local artists creating things that are sold in there, as well as secondhand stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's Oyster and Things.
If you've watched other YouTube videos, you've probably seen Oyster and Things as well, so I think it's really well known. Something that's maybe not as well known is a place called Neighborhood Drama in the Bang Na neighborhood, which is actually not too far from us. Now, this place we stumbled upon when we were looking for condos and exploring this neighborhood.
I think we were really looking for a coffee.
We saw an old broken down car on the side of the road with flowers coming out of it. And I was like, what's this Neighborhood Drama place? And we went in and it was basically a bunch of antiques and just, again, really cool vintage things.
Cool things.
And the owner was really cool. Actually, it was a friend of the owner was there with his dog.
This is my friend owner.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Is this Summer?
Yeah, Summer.
Hi. Oh, such a cutie.
This is my friend.
Just such a cool place with really unique,
bizarre,
quirky things. And then in the back, they had an entire like skateboard ramp going around. It was really weird. And then a bunch of iguanas or lizards in a cage.
Happening. It was like an aqua-colored lizard, I think. Very pretty.
I don't know what's happening. It's like this whole compound. But if you go up to the very top floor, it's like 3 floors up, there's a place called Super Nice Land that also has vintage clothes, fun gift ideas, things like that.
Delicious yet pricey coffee.
Very pricey. I think it's probably the most pricey coffee we've had, but it is good. So
it was one of those, we just ordered it thinking it wouldn't be too expensive, and then it was like, oh my God.
It was honestly just one of those things where the guy behind the counter was super cute, and we're like, let's go get coffee from him. And then he's like, that'll be money.
And we were like, never again.
Like, you are cute though. Okay, anyway. The next place we want to talk about is actually not too far from that. It's also in the Bang Na neighborhood. It's called Pumpkin House.
Oh my God, this place is so cute.
I don't know if anyone knows about this yet because I think it's fairly new, but you have to ring the doorbell.
Take your shoes off.
There's a kitty on an air conditioning unit waiting to greet you.
So cute.
The woman let us in, and it's the cutest shop with the nicest curation of cool things. It's not very big.
It was very strange though, because they were carrying products from this place in New York that I used to get. Yeah, Beekman 18, whatever it is. I don't know. I was like, wait, why is this here?
So random.
But also they had like a cute little cafe in the back. I think they were having like a little party.
We just walked by a group of people in the cafe having a party, and a guy was holding a gift, and I was like, happy birthday. And he's like,
it's not my birthday.
And I was like, it will be.
It wasn't a birthday party. Enjoy your presents.
And then they have clothing on the second floor as well. So that was a really cool place. So if you find yourself overlooking at Neighborhood Drama, it's not too far away from there. Pumpkin House, definitely worth a visit if you're in the Bang Na neighborhood. The last place we had for shops is called Warehouse 30. And this is kind of, what is that area of town?
Well, if it's not Talat Noi, it's very near, yeah.
It's near the water. You can see Icon Siam from there.
And it's not really like a shop. It's like a warehouse full of shops. Yeah.
And
there's lots of shops there.
It's just cool. It's worth going to that whole area. But yeah, the Warehouse 30 also had a place called Woo Woo.
Yeah, well, there's a one, I can't remember what the military shop is called, but you go inside of it and they have lots of like old military stuff. And then you take like an immediate right and you walk up the stairs and there's like this little shop called Woot Woot.
It's on the balcony overlooking the military shop. It's really weird. Yeah, we say military shop. It's not really, but it is. Yeah. But it's not. But it is, but it's not.
Sorry, my hair was bugging.
No, this is fine. We're just filming. It's no big deal.
Okay.
Why didn't you have your hair down the whole time, Kimball?
Oh, I didn't want to overwhelm everybody and be a huge distraction.
Like you need to do the intro, like with your hair down.
I need like a fan blowing on me. That's what I need. Anyway, so I got some watercolors there, which are very nice.
They were handmade with natural pigments from the area, I'm pretty sure.
Right, yeah, they were.
Yeah, so anyway, really cool place, definitely worth a visit. There's also just like a ton of stuff around that area.
Oh yeah, there was loads. There was like a shoe shop, clothing shop. There were some art galleries. There were definitely some cafes to check out there.
There was that really cool statue shop with all the giant statues of animals.
So they have loads of stuff. Like I said, it's like a warehouse full of shops. Maybe there's 30 shops there, I don't know.
So the next section we're gonna talk about is iconic sites. Now,
Wow, you're really getting into the iconic sites.
Thank you. Okay, there are so many we should go over. We tried to narrow it down to just 4 for now because, again, we'll do separate vlogs on a ton of other places. I mean, Bangkok literally is just rich with historic iconic sites. So we were going to start with Wat Arun. Now, Wat Arun, I believe it's like the temple of the sunset.
I think it's
or sunrise.
Dawn, yes.
Of the dawn. It is beautiful. It is very distinctive, and you've probably seen it in a lot of pictures
everywhere
of Bangkok because it is absolutely beautiful.
I was gonna say, I personally think that if you're standing across the water in this like little alleyway that we happen to just stumble upon, which is probably a very popular tourist spot, but it has some of the best views of Wat Arun.
So when Kimball and I went, we actually took a boat across the river over and we went into the compound. It's absolutely beautiful. There were people dressed up in all these historic traditional costumes.
That's another thing that you can do here is you can actually rent traditional Thai costumes and then you can go to the temples and do photo shoots and stuff. Gorgeous.
How fun.
These people looked stunning, by the way.
Oh my God, they were so cute. Kimball and I were like,
and I was like, I'm gonna look so fat now, so I'm not doing it. Also,
perfect.
Sweating like crazy, and I would feel so bad getting that all grody up.
Ruined it.
I feel horrible.
They're like,
moving on. I don't
they're
check
like,
my
you don't
sweat.
get your passport back. But the site is really beautiful. By the way, if you're scared of stairs, the stairs are very steep. There's no rails, and I feel like I was worried about all of the older people just getting pushed off and then falling
skills.
to their doom.
They've had practice. Also, it was very cool. I think around COVID, I think they did like this massive cleaning of it. So like the outside of it was pristine and white. It was stunning. I don't think it's ever gonna be like that again unless there's like another time where tourists can't go all over the place.
I just don't think you've ever seen anything like it. The amount of tiles that are there, the colors, the textures, the shape of the temple is just really beautiful. You guys, by the way, if any Thai people are watching this, just remember we're still new and we don't know everything we're talking about. We're just talking about the things we're excited about. So please feel free to let us know if we say anything wrong in the comments and then blame Kimball.
Be nice about it.
Yeah, totally. Don't be a dick. Okay.
You are what you eat.
Yeah, but I would say probably the best view of Wat Arun is actually from the opposite side of the river during sunset because there's a couple roads that you can go down and it's very obvious when you're there in Old Town. You'll see the sun. The sky is just orange behind it, and it is absolutely beautiful. And I think it almost feels like that's why it got its name, is because of how stunning it is when the sun's setting.
But it's the Temple of the Dawn, so.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me because the sunset is when it really shines. Kimball and I went on the last days of our trip here to Bangkok before we had even decided to move here, and I feel like that was one of the things that in our hearts really solidified, wow, this is an amazing place to be. The next place is also in Old Town, and it's called the Golden Mount. It is pretty distinctive. It's a man-made mountain. I think it actually built it a long time ago. It collapsed at one point, and they finally reinforced it. It is fully done now.
It's a functioning mountain.
And it's basically 433 steps, I think, to the top. They're like very gentle.
Just whip a number out of your ass. That
no, I'm
sounds
pretty
really
sure
good.
it
No,
is,
that sounds
right?
Really
433?
I have no idea. I didn't count. I didn't read the signs.
I'm pretty sure. Let us know if we got it right or wrong here.
You blew it!
Okay.
All I remember is the tree with all the pretty things hanging off of it, and that's why I rang the gong, and I was scared to do it too loud, and so I was like, gentle, and Rocky kind of gave a little extra oomph, and it was like, and
I felt it in my soul. You guys, it wasn't even loud.
So cool.
The stairs are not hard to walk up at all. They're very short, so it's a very easy climb. And as you're going up, you'll see different things. So at one point, there was a platform that opened up, and the biggest gong I've ever seen in my entire life, and when we rang it, that's the deepest drum I've ever heard.
That is intense. I'm taking a picture.
I felt like I couldn't hear
nice.
it, but I felt it deep in my soul.
The reverb was a happening. Also, I think there are scenes along the way, and I can't remember what the story is that they tell, but I don't think it's a happy one.
I remember one. So as you're going up to, there's a bunch of like little bells you can ring as well, but then you get up to the very top and there's different shrines you can pray to and things like that, but then it has a 360 view of the entire Old Town area, and it's a really cool place. If you were I would take a date there.
Oh my God, calm down.
Can you imagine how romantic that would be at sunset?
Yeah, let's go on a really long stair hike.
Get your date sweaty, okay? Just find a local coffee shop for afterwards. Anyway.
Thank God it's windy at the top, and also they do have I think there's a place there called the Golden Mount Cafe, so they do have a little coffee shop.
Okay.
Oh my God.
The next temple I wanted to talk about is called Wat Po, and Wat Po it feels to me like a compound with a ton of different buildings in it, including the giant golden Buddha.
Kimball, do you think it's big enough?
I mean, yes.
More importantly, is everyone waiting to get a picture here? Yeah, they sure are. Let's go. Bye.
The reclining one.
The reclining Buddha. It's very cool. And I feel like if feel like it's multiple temples in like one ground, but maybe it's one actual temple with different structures to do different things. I don't know, but I also feel like there's also monks' quarters. It was very peaceful when we were walking around there, and like they were just kind of coming out of like these little houses, and it was all beautiful, and flowers everywhere, and cats, of course.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I feel like all the temples are worth visiting, but if we had just one to go to after visiting all, because we visited
quite a few in Bangkok, but there are like so many.
Yeah, there's so many more we haven't visited. But if we only had time for one, I feel like we would go to Wat Po because it has so many fun things to do there.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Where'd you go, Kimball? You came to construction zone.
And they do have the giant golden reclining Buddha. And it even, like, as you walk through, you can see his feet, which are absolutely gorgeous. I know it sounds odd, but like you've just never seen anything quite like it in that scale.
Right.
And
there are a lot of sculptures just all around the grounds, and the landscaping that they did there was really nice. They have like planted trees and potted trees, and I believe was this the place where they had like a whole bunch of Buddhas, right?
Yeah, they were just like
cool.
lined up. There was a bunch of like cats all over the place. A bunch of it's really cool. It felt like, I don't know, it just felt like a cool layout. There was a lot to do, and we spent a couple hours there walking around.
And sometimes if you're lucky, you can like sit and like relax and hear like the monks chanting. It's nice.
The next iconic site I wanted to talk about may not be as well known, and the reason I want to bring this up is because...
So is it iconic if it's not really well known? Let's be real.
It's iconic in my heart because I've never been inside of a glass pavilion before. So if you go to Bang Na, there's a place called True Digital Park, which is basically like a mall and a business center. So the mall side is called the Pegasus, and then the business center is called the Unicorn. So if you go over to the Unicorn part, there's like a really pretty sky garden there. And if you go up the stairs, there's kind of a hidden glass pavilion there, and it is a really peaceful, air-conditioned temple with beautiful glass ceilings and a stunning statue at the end. It's just a really peaceful place. So if you just happen to be in True Digital Park, go seek that out, because I've talked to people that live in this area and no one seems to know about it, but it's definitely worth visiting if you're there. So,
and since it is a temple, you should dress appropriately. I know a lot of people don't, but you know, long pants, cover your shoulders.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people going in with shorts and things like that, but you just want to make sure to take your shoes off. Like,
don't bring food or drink in.
Right, but I saw people going in there having conversations. There were people going in there to meditate, and so it's just kind of like a nice communal area to go. It's very peaceful. Next thing is called Fun Neighborhoods.
We're all gonna have fun!
I'm getting so hot. So the next thing we're gonna talk about are the fun neighborhoods.
Yeah, so again, we're just narrowing it down. Doesn't mean all the neighborhoods we don't talk about aren't cool.
Well, okay, and we've been to numerous neighborhoods and we may not actually know the names of them. So, you know, skip to the ones that we actually know.
We love so many, but we're like, okay, we can only pick 3. What are they? Yeah. The first one is Talat Noi.
Yeah, such a fun one. It's got a lot of cafes, a lot of things to do, a lot of shopping, a lot of history.
So much street art. There's a cool thing with like the manholes there. Careful.
Such a quaint.
They have all these custom painted manholes that you can go search for because they're all different around the area. So that's really fun.
They even have a map if you want to find all the manholes to show where they're at.
There's like giant transformers in the street.
They have that cute little Fiat thingy outside
There's a really
of 32
famous chocolate shop that you can go into. You have to definitely duck to get in, but they have really delicious chocolate drinks there.
Their chocolate is delicious. Like, you can sample it before you get your drink. Oh my God,
I'm sure
highly
you've
recommend.
all seen it in everyone's videos. But that place is really cool. But then if you go a bit further up the path from there, there's a really lovely woman named Sassy. This is Sassy. She has the shop here, and you serve ice cream that's made here.
Yes, our ice cream is like artisan ice cream. It's distinguished flavors in Thai style. It's made of Thai dessert and Thai fruit, and very rare. Our concept is try to make it homemade and organic and not too sweet. So make everyone like enjoy and healthy.
Oh, nice. And you said the mangoes come from that tree.
Yes, it's the apple mango tree, which is quite not normal in Thailand.
Okay.
Like Ouky get the species from somewhere, I cannot remember, but then he give to people and then people is just screw it.
Oh, I love that. Okay, well, thanks for having us. Can't wait to try it.
I like the dried banana fruit ice cream, so delicious.
They also have like a spicy ice cream. Anyway, just really delicious. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's definitely worth it. And she's always really friendly, and she speaks really good English, so if you want to get to know her a bit better, she's really nice. And the younger woman that was working there was super sweet too.
This is Neo. She's so cute. Look. She's helping us try some samples.
And yeah, there's just a lot of really cool shops, and there's also a bunch of like things that you just wouldn't expect there. There's a whole area for like motor vehicles where they're doing repairs, so there's just like car parts everywhere.
Or you would expect it because it used to be a place where they did a lot of auto mechanics.
What is the name of that cafe we went to that has like the giant, it's like 2 stories, they had the trees growing out of the side of the walls, remember that?
Yes,
Whatever, I just
He's gonna look it up. He's gonna look.
It's this place right here.
There it is.
Absolutely stunning. It's not super affordable, but it's such a cool experience.
And you do have to order a drink if you go there, and it is on the water, and maybe some random group of girls will come up and want you to pretend to be their boyfriend or husband.
That actually happened.
It
That
did.
was pretty funny. And then there's also a second story where they have like a little museum of artifacts in there. There's a really cool bathroom where like the maids can just walk by and see you peeing. It's
true.
great.
It's true.
If you like people
there.
watching, highly recommend Talat Noi. Fun to explore.
The whole neighborhood.
Next neighborhood, Chatuchak and Bang Sue Junction. You guys, I'm sure you know about Chatuchak.
Wait. We need to clarify, because Chatuchak is an area, but we're talking about Chatuchak Market.
I'm calling it a neighborhood because it's giant. It's like the size of a neighborhood there, but it's just a mega outdoor weekend shopping market that you can go to. It has absolutely everything you could possibly imagine. It is the coolest, funnest place to explore. There is access to AC in certain shops, so you kind of have to like find them, but otherwise you're kind of just in this covered area. It can get warm. So definitely get some like iced smoothies or something.
Or just find, they have little cafes and coffee shops within that have like AC that you can chill out in.
And there are malls around it as well that are air conditioned, so you can go there too. And across the street from Chatuchak is a place called Bang Sue Junction, which is like a 7-story indoor air conditioned mall with the coolest things.
It's like the Red Mall across the street.
We've covered this before in our Patreon videos, so if you guys want to see more of our journeys too, we have a Patreon channel where we have documented so much behind the scenes. So like, if you want to see all the things we're talking about in depth, that's where you would want to go to see that. So Bang Sue Junction, you could spend so much time in there. I was saying this is probably a hippo. He was saying probably. I don't know. They have vintage clothes, antiques,
Gorgeous.
a lot of European sculptures.
Some of it is very pricey, just so you know.
Yeah, but then some of it's really affordable too. So it kind of just depends on what you're looking for.
And I guess we could say it is the Chatuchak neighborhood, because that includes the parks and stuff too that I really
Which
like
we're
there.
going to get to soon.
You just hold your horses, we're getting there.
The next neighborhood that we were like, okay, we can only pick one more neighborhood. What would it be? Is called Tonbury. It's where the big golden Buddha is.
Right, the giant golden Buddha.
The giant statue.
That was in
Also,
scaffolding. If you know, you know.
we walked for an hour and a half to see the big golden Buddha. Let's take a look. Oh, you guys, look how pretty. I love it, Kimball.
Everything.
Thanks for coming. We did a whole episode where we traveled for like 2 hours walking through intense summer heat to get in to see the giant golden Buddha, and it was covered in scaffolding. It was good times.
I'm still recovering.
But the head is uncovered now, I'm pretty sure, so we can go see it again.
So we'll go see it in like a month.
But yeah, that whole area was super fun to explore. It's again really like tight, narrow alleyways, cool houses, just fun plants everywhere, and then really fun little shops. So there's a place called Art House that's back in there that feels very, again, youthful. You can go in and do arts and crafts. You can buy different like gifts and things like that. Just there's a bunch of restaurants and stuff.
Right, I was gonna say there were loads of restaurants and cafes all back in there. It's very cute. It's like a lot of wooden walkways right along the water. Loads of fish in the water, by the way. Like, if you're not a person that likes fish in the water, don't stick your toes in there.
I feel like if I fell in, I would just die.
I probably would. They'd probably eat you.
Again, these are just neighborhoods that we visited that we were like, oh, this is really fun. We should tell people about it. So you might have heard them already, you might have not, but we highly recommend exploring those if you have the time while you're here.
Yeah, really anything from like one end of Sukhumvit to the other end is probably pretty great. This is the last section.
So the last section we have on our list is parks. Now, there aren't a ton of parks in Bangkok. It's not really known for its green space, but the green space it does have, they do very well. So the first one we're going to talk about is called Benji Kitty Park.
That's a really cool park.
It is the closest to center, I would say. So if you're staying like near a Sok and Sukhumvit, that's kind of like the closest park to that. And it is gorgeous. There's a giant water feature in the front. People are always going around it. It's really close to the convention center down there.
A lot of walkways, a lot of lizards. We saw a snake slithering up a tree. That was weird.
They also have a bunch of outdoor fitness activities you can do, like workout equipment. There's like tennis courts.
There's like a little
pickleball things.
like a bike trail thing that you can ride around on.
Sports.
and just beautiful landscaping. There's people there all the time tending to the grounds, and they keep it looking absolutely pristine. There's also a model city there, which I don't know if people know about because I haven't seen it on any vlogs actually. It is so cool, and it's free to go into. If you go into the old Arboretum, which is like, they basically put all these cool trees in this old warehouse. There's a model city of Bangkok off of it, and it's astounding. You can walk through the Chao Phraya River area of the model city and look at all the buildings.
Can you imagine if you were in charge of updating that? For how much Bangkok updates things, I would, oh my God, that would be such a pain in the butt.
I pictured a bunch of people in the back just constantly making buildings for all the new construction. Anyway, that's Benji Kitty Park. Now, Benji Kitty is actually connected to another really famous park with what's called the Green Mile. So there is a giant walkway that connects Benji Kitty Park to Lumpini Park.
Walked to the whole thing, it was so much fun.
It is so cool to walk on that because you're up above the neighborhoods. You can see some of the older Thai neighborhoods down below. There's like cats.
Why? Why is that the place?
There's kids playing.
There's
like
people working with electrical wires.
Oh my gosh, like bamboo ladders with no protective gear. Oh my God, I was so nervous for these boys. Anyway, there's like aunties drying chilies on bikes.
So fun. I love it. I love it.
It's really cool. And then when you come down the stairs on the other side, you're in Lumpini Park. And Lumpini Park is probably one of our favorite parks. And it's very center as well. I would say it's characterized by having a ton of lizards. Monitor lizards, cats, and blackbirds.
And a pond that you can ride the duck boats. I had such a wonderful time when Rocky took me there on our anniversary.
It is totally free to do, which is really cool. So you can get in, and it does take a lot of leg power, so don't do it after leg day. I'm just gonna say that we made that mistake.
I'm just saying, you put on this like non-breathable little floaty, whatever those life jacket things are called.
Jacket,
yeah,
yes.
And then you climb inside of a plastic thing that is boiling, and then you're exercising.
You guys, no matter how hard we were generating it, we weren't moving at all. We ended up going around a little circle and just parked it again. The guys were laughing at us anyway.
I can kind of recommend, but also kind of not. Anyway, and it's fun watching like the ladies do their Tai Chi with swords.
Don't mess with them.
It's very cool to watch.
But you can tell people come there just because it's a very romantic area. So a lot of couples come there, a lot of single people come there. I think there's a cruising spot, just so you know.
Also, like in the evening, they do a lot of like aerobics, and you'll see a lot of people running laps around the place. A lot of times they'll have events. We've seen like a couple concerts going on there.
Anytime we go in the evening, there's like these evening aerobics, and we always like join in as we're going because they have the announcer people like doing, okay, everyone, like trying to psych everyone up.
It's super infectious watching all these people exercising and having fun.
We're all gonna have fun!
Kind of want to just join in.
They have legit workout gyms with like heavy weights and things like that there, and so people come there and work out for free, which I absolutely love about Bangkok. That's all over the place in the parks here.
But yeah, they do have the concerts, and they also have a lot of events. I don't remember, I think it was the Red Cross when we were there last, and they had a whole bunch of stuff going up, but we weren't here.
Bangkok does events so well, and they do them so often that there's always something going on in the city to keep people engaged. The last thing on our list is Queen Sirikit Park. Do not miss this park if you're visiting and you're anywhere near Chatuchak.
I mean, if you don't like parks, it's fine. But if you're a park person, highly recommend. It is gorgeous, it is stunning, the landscaping is fabulous.
And it is not just Queen Sirikit Park. This area is made up of 3 parks. You have Chatuchak Park, Queen Sirikit Park, and then to the north you have, we're gonna call it the State Railway Park because I can't pronounce whatever that word is.
Chirabin Chatatat.
If you go to one, you can kind of visit all of them. There's a beautiful butterfly garden.
We did the rounds.
Well, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
They don't really come too close to you, but there are some.
One that landed on me, I had a panic, I blew it away, everything's fine.
It's safe, don't worry, he didn't kill it. But there are some that are like bigger than my hand. Like they're the size of little birds. Not very many, but there's like maybe like 3 or 4 that are about the size of your hand in here.
I had a really good time.
You ready to go? Okay, this was really pretty though. Kimball, would you run if this was an actual butterfly?
Yes, that would eat my face.
The grounds are immaculately kept up. There's beautiful restrooms there, cafes, there's security everywhere, and there's just so many different areas of the park that you feel like you're getting a different experience as you walk through it, which is really cool. It's just a really fun walk. We also went to like a flower festival they were having there, which was super cool.
It was one of those, Kimball took the wrong turn, so got a little tired, so we didn't actually do the full event, but we did see it off in the distance, and I was like, there it is, I'm hot, so let's go air conditioning.
But it's also like not busy there. So if you're worried about being in a park that's super busy in the center of town, if you just take the train up to Chatuchak area and you get off at Queen Sirikit Park or at Chatuchak Park, there's hardly anyone there, it feels like, most of the time.
So nice.
It's so open,
they have
much
like
room.
That little tiny town where you can ride your bike around and learn how to drive.
Oh, the model village. They have like the little school and the little house and the little cafe or whatever.
Cute,
yeah. Again, this list is not comprehensive of everything there is in Bangkok. It's just things that we felt really strong about in our hearts. If we had friends and family coming, it's places we would want to take them to, basically.
Right,
so,
and we don't really have 20 hours to make a video of all the things that we love, because it's never ending.
but we have our whole lifetimes, and you guys, I'm not even kidding, there's endless amounts of fun things to do here, aside from just like living a regular life. Because now that we're here living, it's like we just live a regular life and we just do our shopping, we cook at home a lot. But anytime Kimball and I want to go do something, it's just, we're spoiled for choice because of how much amazing stuff there is to do in the city. So if you are planning a trip to Bangkok, we hope that you have such a fun trip here. We hope that this list was helpful, that you got some tips and some tricks out of it, and that you just...
Tricks.
Were you thinking about like what you're doing this weekend?
No, I'm just thinking like, what the hell, like a trick, like, oh, I'm gonna go to like the park, and I don't understand tricks in this context.
Okay, fine. Let me reword that, sorry. So if you guys are coming to Bangkok, we hope that this list is helpful in some way, that you got a few like tips from it, and that you just have a good time on your trip here. And no matter what you end up doing, we know you're gonna have a good time. Even if you just go out and wander aimlessly.
That's what we did for a few days when we visited.
Yeah, you're gonna have so much fun here. It's just an amazing place. Inside and out, the Thai people are just fantastic, beautiful, welcoming people, and you're gonna have a great time when you come here. And also, if you live here already and you have some recommendations for people who might be visiting on places they should go, let us know whatever we missed out on in the comments so that people have more resources to pull from, because I think that'll be really helpful.
Right, and now you know the kind of cafes that we like to go to. You can recommend some more that we can just pop on into.
And again, I know that a lot of people came over to our channel from Patty Doyle's recommendation.
Thanks,
so
Patty.
again, thank you so much, Patty, for recommending our channel. We still feel really grateful and want to say that. And also we want to welcome everyone who's new here. Come back anytime you feel like it. You're always welcome. And I promise that Kimball and I will keep doing our best to bring you authentic and just fun, down-to-earth videos about like what life's really like here.
I'm just gonna do the best living my life, and you can record it.
I'm just gonna point the camera at Kimball and try to put him in a bunch of awkward situations, and we'll see how long he stays married to me.
Type that shit.
We love you guys tons. Thank you so much for watching our 30 favorite things in Bangkok, and we hope you have a beautiful week, and we'll see you in the next video. Whatever that is.
Bye, you guys. I could be a carrot
It's like weird Pennywise. I don't know what you're doing there.
I'm feeling the dead silence.
I'm feeling the dead soul inside.
Is that a good look?
Well, you remind me of Audrey from National Lampoon's European Vacation when she's eating and like she can't eat anymore and she's like, no more.
Well,
your hair looks fabulous. Can we have the 80s mom hair all the time, please? Like, why do you have to have it up all the time?
do you know how hot this hair is?
It's perfect for Bangkok. Huh? Living with Kimball, what do you think?
Piece of cake. Living with Rocky, what do we think?
You guys, in the comments below, who would you rather live with? You have to live with one of us, Kimball or me, and the reason why.
The one that is gonna be quiet, cook you food, and watch movies with you, or the one that's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's going on? I'm gonna film this. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wow, the rug is like neon in this lighting.
Thanks for doing this with me. Like the whole channel, I mean.
Should just be a head.
Yeah, why not? Welcome to the channel.
I give good head.
So let's get up and go. It's just you and me, kid.
I'm not sure what this video is about at this point.
I could be,
Like a mermaid, the Starbucks lady.
lady born in a clamshell. Who's she?
I know what you're talking about. With her little toe standing on it. You good, bro?
This got weird. I'm just really hot.
Is he wearing anything else? That's the question. Go ahead and stand up and show us.
Type that shit.